Hi everyone! I'm here today to answer your burning questions about HTTP caching. So the first question is, how does HTTP caching work? Pretty obvious. The second question is, can I cache data on a user device, in a browser or your phone and so on and so forth? The third one is, how does the vary header work? And interesting things that we can do with it. So let's get into it. So let's talk a little bit about public caching, or how normal caches work. Okay, so with public caching, the user issue a request. Okay, and it goes to the CDN or the reverse proxy, and then goes to your application. Your application then can respond using a cache control header that includes the smaxage, specifying how many seconds needs to be cached. S stands for shared, which means the reverse proxy or the CDN, and public means that the public resource like a CDN can cache it. Okay, this goes back to the user. Okay, that also stores it in his own cache on the browser. But more importantly, if a different user comes in after a couple of seconds, maybe that data will be served straight from the CDN. Now consider that CDNs have different locations across the globe, so they might not propagate the data the same. So you might consider that some user will not hit the cache anyway, but most of the time they would. So it is it. Anyhow, after 60 seconds that passed, user one, when try to get the same products, same routes, okay, they will try to see if the local cache is stale, and it is, and therefore it will go back to the CDN, and then that will go back to the application because the cache has expired. So, case one, public caching. Let's talk about private caching. So with private caching, first of all, the only two things changes here. First, you need to specify cache control private, and you need to specify maxage instead of xmaxage. Maxage tells the browser that how much they can cache, but it does not say anything about the CDN. So anyhow, all of these will say to the CDN, don't cache this, but to the user browser or the user phone, cache this data. This is great because when a second request comes in from another user, they will eat your application. However, if the same user try to read the same data, okay, after a few seconds maybe, or how many times it's passed, the user will respond with local data. Now let's move to the last burning question, which is the vary header. So vary header is one of something that's a little bit misunderstood, and people don't really know how to get the most out of it, I think. So what does it mean with does it mean sending a vary header? Well, we specify the cache control with public, smaxage, and so on, but we also add a vary header with, for example, a list of other headers like X country code. X stands as an extension that I've just invented. Okay, the X country code header then includes the country code of the coming user. This is great. Okay, what happens then if another user from Italy want to access the same data? Well, it's actually fantastic because another user from Italy will get the cache data. Okay, however, a user from a different country, which where the application when the CDN and so on detects that comes from Spain, for example, they will not get the cache data, but it will create a different cache entry specifically for Spain. And you can use all sorts of headers for this, and it actually works fantastic. So you can essentially exploit it quite a bit to build very interesting solutions. So thank you all for watching. I hope you find it interesting. Anyhow, let me know. Bye.